Hi, this is Sean. I'm executive editor at the Daily Upside, and we're here live at Future Proof. It's the world's largest wealth management conference, beautiful Huntington Beach, California. I'm lucky enough to have Zach Pandl of Grayscale joining us today, and welcome.
Thank you, Sean. Awesome to be here at Future Proof with you.
Awesome. So let's dive right in. So thousands of RIAs here for the festival. What are the biggest opportunities that you're seeing for advisors right now?
Well, Grayscale specializes in crypto markets. Of course, we're the leading asset manager in crypto. And the biggest opportunity is just to get started. So this asset class has produced great returns, great diversification for portfolios, and many more advisors, many more institutional investors, of course, are allocating to crypto now. But there's still many who haven't started, missing the beta, missing the bigger trend. So the biggest opportunity is just to get started. Now, there's lots of ways to do that. Bitcoin usually is the first point of contact with crypto for most people. Ethereum is becoming more popular with the financial advisor community. That's the second largest crypto asset. But now we have both of these things available in simple, efficient, low-cost ETF structures, which is a great structure for advisors. So the biggest single opportunity is get started. Begin getting the benefit of returns and diversification in a portfolio from the crypto asset class.
Yep. I think advisors are slowly and steadily trying, kind of coming around to a lot of these digital assets where they might not have been even five.
That's right. It's a big pendulum swinging that relates to a lot of things, both regulatory changes, making it easier to access the products, safer to access these products. Also, macroeconomic drivers. There's demand for these types of assets because people can see what's happening in the world around them. High debt growth, stubborn inflation, questions about the central bank, all this kind of thing. And this drives investors to assets like Bitcoin.
Yeah, decentralized. How about some of the trends that we're seeing largely with the new administration, obviously, is pushing a lot, to make America one of the crypto capitals of the world. What are you seeing in terms of from the SEC and regulatory environment that you're paying the most attention to, say, towards the end of this year and into 2026?
Yeah, great question. And it's been a long process already. The Trump administration came into office with a mandate from voters to bring regulatory clarity to the crypto asset class. The asset class has been around for a while, and of course, a lot of people use them. The assets have significant value, but there was uncertainty around aspects of how the regulatory framework worked in the U.S. That is being cleared up, and we still have a long way to go, but I will give the Trump administration credit that they have made a lot of progress already. One big example, for example, something called the Genius Act, piece of legislation passed by Congress on bipartisan basis and signed by President Trump in July, that brings a regulatory framework for stablecoins, one of the key use cases of blockchain technology or crypto technology. So that's kind of where we've been coming from. Lots of things happening more or less every week, every month. We're getting some news on this front. Now, looking ahead till the end of the year, a couple of key things. First is more legislation from Congress. They did stablecoin legislation in July that covered that piece of crypto. Now they're working on what we call market structure regulation, which will deal with sort of everything else: exchanges, custody, listing standards, registration standards, disclosures, all the kind of things that are expected in the U.S. financial system, applying that to crypto. So we're starting that process now. Hopefully that's done by the end of the year. The second thing to watch is availability of more ETFs. We have Bitcoin ETFs, or ETPs. The regulators like us to call them ETPs, exchange-traded products. We have Bitcoin ETPs, Ether, Ethereum ETPs. Hopefully by the end of the year, we'll have many more for products like Solana, Chainlink, other products, altcoins, if you will, that investors are interested in. So those are the two things: market structure regulation and altcoin ETPs.
Yeah, no, well said. And we saw some guidelines come out from the SEC, I think even just last week, on some of those market structures and how you file some of these new things. So now the fun one. What's one thing that no one's talking about that you just kind of scratch in your head? This is what people should be paying attention to. What do you think?
Yeah, let me start with, it's a little bit far out there, I think, for people that are just getting started with Bitcoins, where we were maybe not quite ready for this. But if people that are interested in technology investing and going deeper into these areas, one of the most exciting areas is AI applications of blockchain technology. So we have Bitcoin because money is something that is so important that we can't just leave it to centralized authorities. We need these decentralized alternatives. We believe that AI technology will be that important in our future, will govern so many aspects of our life, that we can't just leave it to centralized groups. And what you're seeing in AI development is all the capital, all the talent are coalescing in a small number of companies, and they're really controlling the development and the applications of this technology. We think there needs to be a decentralized alternative. So for investors that want to explore this area, the investable asset that in the project that we focus on is called BitTensor. And this is available to accredited investors through Grayscale products. So this is definitely going deep into crypto, but a project that we're very excited about. And for people that are interested in AI and decentralization, I would say check out BitTensor.
Wow, that was, yeah, a little down the rabbit hole. Super interesting. We appreciate it. Thank you so much for being here. I learned a lot. I'm sure our audience did too. Enjoy the conference.
Have a great event. Thank you.